Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of HawksTalk. I'm your host Michael Merrick and let's talk about Iowa's open spring game. This was the Hawkeyes' first time in Kinnick this year and they made sure to have a good time in front of fans. All three Hawkeye quarterbacks flashed their potential, but a player that stood out most to me is former high school quarterback and now Hawkeye defensive back Cooper DeJong. The sophomore DB made some good plays out in the open field and some on special teams, even downing a punt within the 5-yard line. DeJong proved that despite his limited time on the field a season ago, he can be a big playmaker for the Hawkeyes this upcoming season.
Cooper's making a good name for himself. He's learning every day and does a lot of good things. I'll go back to the bowl game. He gave us a chance with that come across the field tackle on their big play. Where, if we'd gotten a stop, ifs and nuts, all that stuff, but at least he gave us a chance to keep fighting there. And, those kinds of plays, to me, I'm not sure you teach those. Some guys just, I don't want to say did that naturally. Again, not to use that word naturally, but that's just how he's wired. He plays it all the way through. So, he's doing a good job.
Now, Max, Iowa is seeing a good amount of turnover at one of their most important position groups, the offensive line. Max, what will the Iowa O-line look like without superstar center Tyler Linderbaum?
Well, Michael, the bread and butter of Iowa's success over the years has certainly been its offensive line. The Hawkeyes pride themselves on winning the battle in the trenches and allowing the run game to set up the rest of their offense. At the spring game on Saturday, the cohesion between the offensive linemen was nowhere to be seen. Just about every run play was blown up by the defense's front seven and behind the line of scrimmage. This is a very worrying sign for an offensive line who just lost its best member in Tyler Linderbaum. A possible reason for the lack of cohesion may be in part because of injuries. In the spring practice, the Hawkeyes were without Justin Britt and Nick DeJong, who both played significant snaps last year for the Hawks. Not to mention that their starting center on Saturday for the offensive line group was third-string center Logan Jones, who just recently switched to center from defensive line.
We got a couple guys injured. Nick, you saw, wasn't out there working today. So I think we've clearly made ground or gained ground there. I think we're certainly more experienced than we were a year ago. But all that being said, we still have work to do. And Logan played a lot of center today. You think about it, that's his 15th practice playing offense. I know he played in high school, but he does a lot of things pretty, again, that word instinctively, naturally, but he has a knack of fitting in the right places and doing the right things.
This all proves to be troublesome for the Hawkeye offense because our offense revolves around our run game. If we can't run the ball, then we can't run our play action effectively. Now, Omunique, considering the D-line was giving the O-line everything they could handle, how do you think this new defensive line will fare next season?
Well, Max, the D-line has some young guys that will play a big part in the upcoming season. Most important, however, will be freshman All-American Lucas Van Ness. The freshman finished with 7 sacks, which tied him for the 6th most in Big Ten. Putting up those numbers at that age is definitely impressive.
Yeah, he's got a chance to be pretty good, I think, and works hard. He's got a good motor, and he gets after it pretty well. And he's problematic when you're trying to pass block him. He does a lot of things well, but he's a good football player. So
Van Ness surely does have a lot of talent, and with him and the rest of the Hawkeye D-line, opposing Big Ten QBs have a lot to worry about.
Exactly, Omunique. This Hawkeye squad is going to be a great balance between experience and youth. It will be very interesting to see how far this team can go come fall. Thank you all for tuning in to another edition of HawksTalk. For more information on everything Hawkeye related, be sure to check out the Daily Island website for more updates. From Iowa City, I'm Michael Merrick. Have a great night.